Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this bright and early morning? It's very early where I'm at here. It's not even 6:30 yet. I promised you I'd come in and do a breakfast this morning because I found a recipe I wanted to try. So I thought, well, there's Erlene. How'd your bone scan do it go? Did you have it already? Because I wanted to rest up for a little bit after I got from walking the dogs. I read my Bible and oh, you're sitting in your car. Good morning. Good morning, Phyllis. Good morning to those that are coming in. Thank you for sharing. I know I don't usually come in the mornings, but I wanted to surprise you today. Come in this morning, and I'm going to do one this afternoon as well. Oh, cool. I hope you do sell it. Let me go ahead and share this out while I'm here, and then I'm going to go and ask for a share. And I do appreciate that you do take the time to share this out, because that's awesome. More people can watch it that way. I'm going to ask for a share. All right. Oh, you'll know results later. Okay. All right. This is Instapot chocolate steel cut oats, but everybody knows that I'm going to take it and I'm going to veganize it because I don't use real cocoa powder. So I'm going to veganize it. So I'll tell you what I'm putting in here as I'm doing it. First of all, you take a cup of steel cut oats, and I've already measured them out. I haven't got everything measured out, but I got this measured out. Put my steel cut oats in here. I'm not a man, I'm a woman. You like my show, but I'm a woman, I'm not a man. Thank you very much for saying that you like it, though. It's a compliment, but do not call me a man, because I was not born a man. Let's see. 1.5 cups of almond milk or milk of choice, which I'm going to measure those out right. Well, I'll get my water in here. I got 1.5 cups of water, so I'll put that in here, and then I'll measure out the milk. 1.5 cups of milk. And I hope I have enough. I should have, but you know, I got new if I don't have enough. Wow, I can't believe it. Just enough in there. Just enough. 1.5 cups of, and this is, of course, we know it's almond milk. All right. Now, 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. Everybody knows that I love my maple syrup. Tablespoon measure here. I'll use this. Oh, that's a teaspoon. I don't know. I'll use my use this one. Be a lot easier to measure it out with my. Oh, that's a half. I need to get the big one. There we go. I'll use this one. There's a tablespoon. I take 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Welcome to everybody coming in and sharing this out. I get a little bit more than what it calls for. I don't think it's going to hurt any. That's a little nasty. I have to clean that up. And let's see, what else do I have to have in here? And I have to have a pinch of salt. And that's all this goes in here. It's not much at all, but it looks like it's going to be a good recipe. I have to put my carob. I haven't put that in there yet. Forgot about that. I haven't put the carob in there yet. And that calls for 2 tablespoons of, 2 tablespoons of carob. Or cocoa powder, but I'll just use carob. Dry this off. Thank you to everybody coming in. I know this is early for a lot of people, but I wanted to do this morning because it impressed me. This really did. I almost forgot the carob powder. That's one of the most important items. You don't want to forget that. And I'll go ahead and put this back real quick. This doesn't have any vanilla or anything in it. Okay, and that's all there is. And now I'm going to go in and put the lid on. And I did the other day, yesterday, was it on the weekend, I think it was Sabbath, I was fixing me some corn in my quick cooker, and I did on my quick cooker what Alexis did once. She had forgot to put her seal in. I got it all going and everything, and I realized I didn't have the seal in it, so I had to stop and put the seal in. It was starting to count down, but it didn't have pressurized. I thought, well, why didn't it pressurize? Now this is being stubborn this morning. It doesn't want to lock on. Let's see what's going on with it this morning. It's wanting to lock. It doesn't want. There we go. And I think this says 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to put this on custom time down to 6 minutes. And I've got the seal in here, so I don't have to worry about that. It's in here. Make sure this is flush. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start it. There, I got it all started now. That's all there is to it to make any steel cut. Since I haven't had my breakfast yet, I thought this would be a good thing to have for breakfast. I know it's quite early for a lot of people, so probably won't get very many in here this morning. Well, what kind of temperatures are you going to have today? We're going to get 77 today. We're 47 right now with a high of 77, so it isn't going to be as warm as it has been the last couple of days. We've been getting in the 80s, so it's going to cool down a little bit, which is fine by me. Yes, 9:30. Yep. We're only 6:30 a.m. here. Your day's pretty well started. Mine is just getting started. It just got daylight. It just got daylight about an hour ago. I out walked the dogs a little after 5 o'clock, so it was not real daylight then, but just about got daylight an hour ago. So we're just starting our day here in Oregon. So I'm hoping it'll be a good day for me as well as everybody else. I bet you have. No, not a lot. We don't get very much here in Oregon, unfortunately. We are a dry place in the summertime. Sunny here and cooler, well, that's good. I've had to water my grass to get the grass, because it's starting to come up and I want to keep it growing. Because in the summertime, my grass turns brown if I don't water it, because we don't get any water all summer. You could, well, yeah, without any rain, you probably couldn't stand it. Yeah, I love it here. I don't like it when it's real hot. Oh, 2:30 p.m. in the UK. Awesome. I know, yeah, you're several hours ahead, about 8 hours ahead. That's awesome. Yeah, your day is, right, you're right in the middle of your afternoon, and we're just getting started here. It's, that time difference is so hard to get used to in some places. Now, when I go visit my daughter, she's 2 hours ahead of me, so the time difference there isn't that much, but yet it's enough that I can't hardly deal with it, because I'm used to my time, but then having to go on her and Erlene 3 hours ahead. Wow, that's really a big time difference. Of course, I used to live in Indiana, so. Oh, well, thank you. I normally don't come on in the mornings, but I wanted to do a breakfast of steel-cut oats, and I happened to find this the other day on Pinterest, and I thought, well, I might as well do that this morning, get it done. I do plan on coming on this afternoon after my lunch. I'm going to do some ice cream, because I found a double chocolate chip ice cream that I want to do. So I'll be doing that, because it's getting warm enough now we can have ice cream. I'll be doing it in a Vitamix. So I wanted to get the bananas froze up, because you had to freeze them up because they weren't frozen. So I had some real ripe bananas, so I froze them up yesterday. Took 4 bananas. So it's going to be a good recipe. It has coconut cream in it too. So I'll be doing that a little bit later. But I want to come in and do this now, my breakfast, so I can get it done and eaten. Because the day is going to get away from me. I just know it will. Eventually it's going to get away from me. You're on the Indiana border. I lived in the in LaPorte County, the northern part of Indiana. Lived there my whole life. Okay, thanks so much. You have a great day. I lived in northern Indiana. Lived in Columbia City for a while. Then we went to LaPorte County. Lived there for quite a few years because we farmed. Had a nice huge farm there, but it got to the point where we just couldn't do it anymore. So my husband decided to sell the farm, and we just moved away from Indiana because it gets so cold there in the wintertime. I just couldn't stand the snow anymore, the cold. well below zero, the wind chill. Um, Hi, Marilyn. Good to see you. I got everything in my quick cooker right now. Um, if you're not following Marilyn, H2O, follow her. She's got good Christian scopes every night. I try to be into them whenever I can. Now, the nights I'm not in there, Marilyn, I end up falling asleep. I get so tired and I fall asleep and then I miss you. But I try to get onto you as much as I can. She's a great Christian. She talks about God all the time, which is great because that's who we should talk about. We should keep him in our minds and our hearts all day long. She gives me something to think about every night when she comes on and I listen to her. And I do everything I can to keep my eyes open. I sometimes should have to prop them open with clothespins. Oh, I appreciate you too, sweetie. I do. You are awesome. You're an awesome person, and I just love your periscopes. I mean, they're very great. They're blessed. I get blessing from it every time. By I-8494. Oh, I know. The winters there are terrible, aren't they? The winters are absolutely terrible. That's why I'm here in Oregon. We have very mild winters. However, in February of this year, we had an 18-inch snowfall. And that was the only snowfall we had all winter. But boy, when we got it, it came all at once, and it took a week and a half to melt. We just don't get it here. Every few years it decides it wants to get a big snowfall. And that's the most I've ever had since I've lived here. However, back, I think it was in the 60s, 50s or 60s, they said that Oregon had snow up to the windows. So that was a pretty bad snowfall then. But they haven't had it since then. But an 18-inch snowfall to me was a lot of snow. The dogs couldn't find their way around in the snow too well. You know, they'd make a track, and they'd stay on that track to go potty, you know, because they just couldn't get into the snow because you couldn't find them in the snow. It was so deep. But that was a big snowfall. I'm hoping we never get a thing like that again. But, you know, it is what it is. But our summers here can be quite hot. Of course, I know Maryland's in California, and they even get hotter than we get here. But 95 to 100 degrees is just a little bit much. I don't like 95 to 100 degrees. Yeah, it was a very crippling snowfall. It shut everything down. People just didn't get to work. Yeah, it is, Maryland. It's really hot. I don't care for 95, 100 degrees. I don't do well in it. I never have done well in heat. So when it gets real hot, I would just rather not get out. Hi, Natasha. Good to see you. Welcome. I'd rather just stay in the house. I do get out when I have to, but if it's too hot out there, I would just rather stay home and stay cool. Oh, rain and flooded. Oh, yes. They're getting a lot of floods. My daughter's in Missouri, and I knew she wouldn't be on this morning because she's doing her, taking care of her sister-in-law. But anyway, just a little bit ago, I've got everything in my quick cooker, so it hasn't done anything. So, they're getting floods. Some of the roads are flooding out because she has to take my son-in-law to work, and she has to be careful what roads she goes down because it's all flooded. I don't ever remember it flooding here at all. We just don't get enough rain for it to flood. We can get maybe a half an inch to an inch of rain, and to us that seems like a lot of rain, especially when we're dry. So I just water my grass maybe every other day. Water it for a few hours. I just watered it yesterday, so I'll probably leave it go today, and then I'll water it again tomorrow because it's got plenty of moisture there because I planted some new grass and I want it to grow. Yes, he's got a job. Yep, he's got one. I use carob powder and our steel cut oats. I don't use cocoa powder. I use carob. Everybody knows that I love carob, and I never use cocoa powder because I'm a vegan, and so carob is natural. It's better for you, so that's what I use is carob powder. Almost forgot it in the recipe, and I happen to remember. Oops, I didn't put that in there. It's better than chocolate, and I can show you what the can looks like. Now this I got through Amazon. It's carob powder. It's all natural. No, you don't have to soak these. You don't have to soak the steel cut oats at all. Not when you put them in the pressure cooker like that. You don't have to soak them. That's one good thing about the quick cooker. It does everything so fast. You don't have to soak anything like that. It never said in the recipe to soak them, so I didn't do it. I don't soak my oatmeal either. I don't think it's necessary. This is not milk chocolate. This is far better than chocolate. I make pudding with this. I make pies with this. It's a very good chocolate. It's kind of naturally sweet. It's premium. It's non-GMO. It's gluten-free. This is a very good product to use. You sweeten your life naturally. It says on it. Like I said, I got this through Amazon. That's where I get it from because they sell it. So I've got 3 cans of it now to use for a while. But I never use cocoa powder. I never use cocoa powder. I always use carob. It's better tasting. It's not exactly chocolate, but by the time you get done, it looks like chocolate. Yeah, a lot of people aren't familiar with it. It's very sweet. I actually have carob chips that look just like your chocolate chips, your Hershey's chocolate chips you buy in the store, and these are sweet. They're very good. They're actually better. Carob powder is better for you than chocolate because it doesn't have the caffeine in it. It doesn't have the things that your chocolate has in it. It's a natural product. And I'm not sure where it's grown. Oh, see, this thing had come to pressure, so it's to pressure now, and now it's starting to count down. So I don't know exactly where it's grown. I haven't really checked that out. I really don't know, but this is very good. They've got different types of carob powder. You don't particularly have to get this, and I like this in the Chatfields, so I buy this one. I don't know exactly the price of it anymore. I can't quite recall, but this stuff lasts a long time, and it's really good. I know Erlene, she uses carob powder as well. A lot of Adventists use carob powder instead of cocoa powder. However, this recipe is geared for non-vegans as well, because you can use your cocoa powder if you choose. You can use that, or you can use cacao, whatever you choose to use. You don't have to use the carob powder like I did. I veganized it because this is not a vegan recipe, but I veganized it by putting the carob powder in there. Yeah, they are very bland. Yes, you're right. They are very bland. When I saw this recipe on Pinterest, I thought, chocolate, Instant Pot chocolate steel cut oats? Oh my, I've had steel cut oats, but I've never had chocolate in them. But this is going to be natural because you've got maple syrup in it, you've got milk in here, you've got water, and you only just got a few ingredients. So it doesn't have that many ingredients to make it. So it's going to be really good. And I haven't had my breakfast yet this morning, and like I said, I like oatmeal, or I like steel cut oats. I mean, everybody knows that steel cut oats are real small. I don't know if I can find. I'll go get the can and show you. And these are organic. You can see they're very small. If you can see it in there. You haven't had brief. Yes, I used almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. Steel cut oats, I'm going to have to get some more of these because I'm just about out. They last a long time. They're a lot different to oatmeal because they're real small. This called for steel cut oats. I don't think anything else would work. Regular oatmeal probably, you could try it, but I doubt if it would work. And steel cut oats is a lot better, so I got to get me some more of those again. I've got to get me some steel cut oats. I'm just about out. I've had this can quite a while and used it now and again. And this is a good source of fiber and iron, 100% whole grains, 40 grams of whole grain per serving. And this is organic, certified organic. And I got this at Walmart. They're cheap enough, not real bad, and they last a long time. So, yeah, this got 3 minutes to go. Put this on 6, it's got 3 minutes to go, so then I'll release the pressure when it's done, and then we can see what it's like. I'm anxious to eat them because I haven't had my breakfast yet, and I'm hungry. I normally don't eat a lot for breakfast. I normally just eat maybe some toast and an orange or something. But I thought this morning I was going to treat myself to some steel cut oats and let you see how I made them. and come in here and make them for you. So maybe you'd want to try them yourself. And I can post this up on my vegan Facebook page. Plus, I'm going to post it on the Quick Cooker Facebook. There's a Quick Cooker Facebook page I'm going to post it up on, because I don't think that anybody's done any steel cut oats in the Quick Cooker. Not that I've seen, but I just do a search first to make sure before I post it, because the admin won't post it if it's already been posted before. So I go in there and I post it, and then she lets me know that if gives me a notification when she accepted it. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to put that up there too. And when I do, this is for the Instant Pot. But we know the Quick Cooker is similar to the Instant Pot. The concept is the same. Everything, when I write the recipe, I have to write it like I'm using the Quick Cooker, not the Instant Pot. I have to change it. I have to change the wording, because the wording is different. You have saute for the Instant Pot, where you have Quick Cooker, it's sear. And you have custom for your Quick Cooker, and I think on the Instant Pot it's manual. So it basically the concept is the same. It's just that the wording is quite a bit different. But this Quick Cooker does a very good job. I love how it cooks everything so fast. It doesn't take hours upon hours, and you can eat it right away. You don't have to worry about it. You know, you can do pies in here. I've done cheesecake in here. You can do cakes in here. You can proof bread in here, which means you get it to a consistency where you put it in the oven. You can do that in here. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff in here. The cheesecake I've done in here is awesome. It tastes real good. It's a vegan cheesecake, by the way. I veganized it. In the Quick Cooker cookbook, it's not vegan, but I veganized it by getting vegan cream cheese. So I leave everything else the same, pretty much. But you could do anything in the Quick Cooker that you can do in the Instant Pot. Because people have asked me before, is it comparable to an Instant Pot? Can you do the same thing? Yes, you can. If you see an Instant Pot recipe, guaranteed you can do it in the Quick Cooker. You just got to remember that the wording is different. Okay, now it's it just went off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this around. And I'm going to unplug this too while I'm at it. And I'm going to go let the pressure out. See, when it goes off, then I can let the pressure out real quick. There probably isn't going to be a whole lot of steam in here. And then I can see, oh, I got a lot more steam than I thought. Because I used a lot. I used milk and water. I can smell it. It smells really, really good. So I've done steel cut oats before without being on Periscope. The very first time I did them, for some unknown reason, they didn't come to pressure in the Quick Cooker. Something I had done wrong. I don't think I had my clouds matched up or something, or didn't have enough liquid in it, and it didn't come to pressure. So I was hesitant to do them again. But I'm not now, because this had a lot of liquid in it, your water and your milk. So I'm going to take this off. Oops. And I used the new green one for my sweets. I got the black I used for the savory. Okay, let me get. Oh my! This is still wanting to cook a little bit, but I can show you what it looks like. Get my thing out here. This will be a good breakfast. And I can have this for several days. I can put it in the refrigerator. Let me get my grips. Okay. Whoa. There's the steel cut oats. There. See? Looks real good. Look at that. Chocolate steel cut oats. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick it into a bowl so you can see it a little easier too, versus the pot, because the pot is not deep enough. And I want to put it in the bowl. Whoa, wants to fall on the floor. I want that to fall on the floor. I gotta be careful of that. Just watch it. It's probably sliding off my. I'll just put that much in here for now, and I'll just set the pot back into the unit. Okay, get that rag like this off so it doesn't get all over my... Okay, there we go. All right. There. Now you can see them. Well, let me take this down. There we go. Now you can. Let me put my... I'm going to have to... I don't think you can. I'm going to have to turn my thing down here. No, I've got it up too high. There we go. Now you can see it. There. There's my steel cut oats. Doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Wow. Chocolate steel cut oats. If you don't indulge me, I want to try it. I know it's going to be hot, but let me go ahead and take a little bit of a taste to see what they taste like. Because they say a good cook always tastes for food. It is. It is good, Earlene. Really good. I mean, steel cut oats are bland. But when you start adding this in here, you got maple syrup and chocolate in there. Oh, I bet he'll like them. Oh, yeah, they're only 6 minutes, Earlene. And you just start with a cup of steel cut oats. You got good and done. I mean, look at that. You can't go wrong. I'm really going to like this recipe. I've made maple walnut, I think, before. Not on here, but I made it without being on Periscope. It's good, but it's still bland. But now this is real good. I don't even have to add milk to this if I don't want to. I can eat it just the way it is. Good flavor. Because that oatmeal itself is usually dry. Yep. Well, I made it in a quick cooker. Yep. I made that. Yep. I sure did. Made it in a quick cooker, which is similar to the Instapot. I sure did. 6 minutes. That's all it took. Because I haven't had my... Hi, Sharonda. Good to see you. I haven't had my breakfast yet. This is my breakfast this morning. Here's my chocolate steel cut oats. Everybody knows I use carob powder. Doesn't it look good? It tastes good, too, because I've already tasted it. Since I haven't had breakfast, this is going to be a real good breakfast this morning. And you're not an oatmeal fan? Well, we know that steel cut oats are very, very small. They're small compared to your regular oats. You can probably see it on the picture. They're very, very small. And I've got to get another can of it because they're just about out. But I can probably put some up on the spoon. You can see they're real small oats. They're very, very small. But 6 minutes to make this is all it took. And I left the steam out immediately. Okay, good. Well, you can go ahead and watch my replay. Just go in and watch the replay. I'll tell you exactly how I made it, what I put in my pot, in my quick cooker to make it. It took 6 minutes. That's awesome. Because if you go to cook oatmeal on the stove or steel cut oats, it's going to take a lot longer. I'm just doing the breakfast one today. I'm going to do another one this afternoon. I'm going to do some ice cream. But yes, this is a new time for me for today. I'm not going to make a habit of doing breakfast ones, but I wanted to do a steel cut oats one because I found this recipe and I was hungry for it this morning. So I thought, well, I'll do it here on Periscope. Don't expect me to come in every morning at this time. If I find something to make, I might do that. But other than that, it's only going to be the one time during the day in the afternoon when I come on. I know I'm probably confusing everybody and coming on now. They didn't expect me to. But I am kind of come in later and going to make some double chocolate chip ice cream in my Vitamix. And that'll be really good. So just plan on watching for that. I would have done it yesterday, but I didn't have the bananas frozen up. And you have to have frozen bananas, so I had to freeze them overnight to be able to make it. So, you just can't make ice cream without frozen bananas, because that's the main ingredient in it. Yep, it sure is. Yeah, I love making different things, but the steel cut oats, I've had steel cut oats before, I think maple walnut, but I didn't do it here on Periscope. I did it on my own, and I couldn't, the very first time I made it in a quick cooker, I could not get it to pressurize, and I don't know what happened, if I didn't have the clouds matched up or what happened. I didn't get it to pressurize. The steel cut oats were good, but I hesitated making them after that because they just didn't, I don't think there was all that much liquid in there. It didn't call for much liquid, and I probably should have put more. It would have been probably better, because you got to have enough liquid in there to make your steam. But because everything kind of wanted to burn on the bottom, and that was not good either. I hesitated doing this, but I thought, well, this calls for enough liquid. It calls for 1.5 cups of milk and 1.5 cups of water. That's 3 cups right there. So I knew it should be plenty of liquid because, you know, they soaks up the liquid. It really does. It soaks it all up, and you don't have much liquid left. So I'm going to get off in a little bit because I want to eat this, but you can see it looks really good. It's delicious. This is my breakfast this morning, and I'll eat my lunch this afternoon, and then I'll come on in and I'll make... Hi, Nikki. Good to see you. Here's my... You'll have to go back and watch the replay on how I made it. I know this is an unusual time for me, but I wanted to make steel-cut oats this morning to show you how to make chocolate steel-cut oats. Of course, I use carob powder in the quick cooker. Only took 6 minutes. That's all it took for 6 minutes. This is a lot better than if you do it on the stove. It's going to take a lot longer on the stove. Probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little longer, because it cooks a lot slower. With the... Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Welcome. Here's my I'll show you carob powder steel-cut oats. They look very good. I can tell you what I put in it. Just a few ingredients is all it has. It has a cup of steel-cut oats. Yeah, 6 minutes in the quick cooker. Hi, good to see you. Yeah, and it's done, too. The steel-cut oats are small anyway, but it's good and done. Doesn't it look good? A cup of steel-cut oats, 1.5 cups of almond milk, or any other kind of milk. If you don't particularly want almond milk, you can use soy milk, you can use rice milk, or any other non-dairy milks that you have. 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, or when I use carob, 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, and a pinch of salt. That's all this recipe called for. And it's very simple. And look how good it looks. I've already tried it, and it's really luscious. It's really, really good. I think that other people are going to want to try this, too. I'm going to post it up on my vegan Facebook page and see how many people really want to try it. I think that it's going to go down big because it's, you know, oatmeal itself or steel-cut oats, there's no flavor unless you add something to it. Well, with the maple syrup in here and the carob powder, this is going to have a total different flavor. I don't even have to add milk or anything, any sweetener to this. You have exactly enough, Erlene. Isn't that ironic? Just a cup left. I didn't know if I'd have enough or not, but I do. I just got a little bit left in the bottom. You know, boy, that's ironic. It's just like my almond milk. That particular carton I was using, I just had a cup and a half left. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome how God works? Just enough that I don't have to. I didn't have to buy any extra. It only calls for just a pinch of salt anyway, so I just put some in my hand and just put it in there. So I didn't put that much salt in it. So you can leave it completely out if you want to. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? But now that you can make it for Bruce, he might like it, Erlene. 6 minutes in the quick cooker, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's simple to make. You don't have to wait around for it. I mean, I hate the fact of cooking stuff on the stove and you got to stand there and you got to stir it because it'll stick. You put it in the quick cooker, it's like set it and forget it. You don't even have to worry about it. Set your time and wait for the thing to beep at you and then release the pressure. Sometimes it calls for natural release, sometimes it calls for quick release. When it calls for natural release, usually I just let it go all the way and then let it go down itself. Sometimes it'll say natural release for 5-10 minutes and then release the pressure. This one was quick release the pressure right away. So I released it. This is a real good steel-cut oats. And they're actually good for you. I don't eat too many of them, but now that I have this recipe, I'm going to make a lot more of them, and I'm going to, because I love using my quick cooker. I don't usually use it for breakfast, but I thought, well, I'm going to use it today and make these steel-cut oats so I can show you how to make them. And I'm going to buy me some more steel-cut oats probably sometime today or tomorrow, and so I can make it again because I certainly don't have a cup left in here. there's just not enough at the bottom, very little, so I'm going to have to buy some more. But this lasted me a long time, and it's organic as you can see. But I try to buy organic whenever I can. This was fun to make this, though. It wasn't hard. And you know how fond I am of my quick cooker. I try to use it as often as I can because it is fast. I mean, the name quick cooker fits it because everything is quick. It doesn't make any difference what you put in it. It goes a lot faster than you can do it on the stove. Yeah, you can. You can put berries. This say you can put peanut butter on top if you want to, but I'm not going to put any peanut butter on top of this because I like it just the way it is. But you can put anything on top that you want. Make it your own. But since I decided I've got the carob powder, I didn't have enough. I wouldn't have had enough to make this if I wouldn't have had any to make this if my carob powder would have never come from Amazon. But it came the other day, so I was able to make this. I thought people are going to like this. This is maybe something they want to try, because I need to eat more good things for breakfast. I don't eat enough breakfast as it is, too much. I usually have toast and an orange or something. Well, that isn't very much, but I thought, well, I'll fix me a thing of steel cut oats, and there's not a whole lot left in the thing. If I don't eat those all, I can put them in the refrigerator. You have lots of cans, yeah. If I don't eat all this, which I probably won't, I'll just put it in the refrigerator and eat it for another day. Oh, you're gonna like it, Cheryl. It is really good. I've tried it already, and it's really good flavor. It's got your milk in it. It's got your water in it, almond milk, water, and it's got your maple syrup, your salt. Oh, your guy. I think Bruce is going to love it, Earlene. Oh, he's going to really love it. I think you will, too. You can try a little bit of it, because it's going to make enough for both of you. I don't know if Brandon will eat any or not, but I think that he'll like it, especially if he likes oatmeal, steel-cut oats. And you have just enough to left to make it, so that's awesome. So you can make at least one meal of it, and then buy yourself some more, which I'm going to have to do. But isn't that awesome how God works? He had made it so I just had enough milk, and I had just enough steel-cut oats that I didn't have to go to the store to buy extra to make this. I will have to buy some more to make it again, but I had enough just for now. Oh, he doesn't eat breakfast. They say that's the most important meal of the day. However, I don't eat enough breakfast. I should eat a little bit more than I do, but it is the most important meal of the day. That's what they say. So I'm going to have to start eating a little bit more breakfast. I do eat cereal once in a while, a couple days a week. Usually on Wednesdays and on Sabbath I eat cereal. The rest of the week I'll just eat toast and an orange or something, because I don't eat scrambled eggs anymore. And I can fix tofu scramble and eat that. He eats weird times, yeah. It's kind of hard to fix for somebody when they don't eat this, when you do. But he can get his own breakfast. He can get whatever he wants for breakfast if he doesn't eat it. He doesn't eat it anyway, It is real important that you get you eat something for breakfast, because that is the best. That is the meal during the day. It's supposed to be the most important meal of the day, and you get your energy from eating breakfast. You got to start out your day with eating something. I can't go without eating some breakfast. Now, yesterday, the time got away from me, so I had no breakfast at all. By the time I had my lunch of my sweet corn, I was really hungry for it, so I fixed me 3 years of the quick cooker, and it was really good. Yeah, see, that's good to have somebody independent. They can get their own food. You don't have to fix everything for them. But this, I think Bruce is going to like this, and I think you will too, Earlene. It's something that you'll want to make more and more. I'm going to make this quite often compared to the maple walnut, because it doesn't have that much of a flavor, and you have to add milk to it. This I don't, because it's still got a good enough flavor. I can eat it just the way it is. And I don't want to drench milk in it anyway, because it's got a sweet flavor. Because it's, oatmeal as a rule is so dry anyway. It's bland without some kind of a sweetener in there. With the maple syrup and this carob powder, it just did it up right. So it made it just the way it's supposed to make it. I'm gonna get off of here though, because I want to get this eaten, so it doesn't get cold on me. But you wait for me to come in this afternoon, because I am going to do that ice cream this afternoon. See, when I stir this around, you can see the oats on top. You see it looks real good. They're real small. They're steel cut oats, very, very small oats. But I'm going to go ahead and call this Periscope to a close so I can eat this breakfast. And I hope you all come in this afternoon. More come in this afternoon. I think everybody's still asleep yet, or they're at work or something like that. And they couldn't. I know Alexis didn't make it in because she's at work, probably just getting to work or whatever. So she'll probably watch the replay. But anyway, I'm going to go now so I can eat this. I will come in later to make the ice cream. So okay. So I will see you all again. Oh, you too. You have a blessed day too, Cheryl. And I'll see you again later. And until we meet again, take care. God bless. Love you all, and bye-bye.